There are two types of companies in the IT space, service companies and product companies. But what exactly is a service company? What is a product company? How are they different? Which one is better for you? And everyone's favorite question, what are the salary packages offered by service and product-based companies? We will look at each of these questions in detail and also reveal why product companies pay their developers so well. By the end of this video, you will be able to make an important career decision that is based on your ambitions and your aspirations, whether to target a service-based company or a product-based company. So do make sure to watch this video until the very end. Let's begin. What are service-based and product-based companies? Service-based companies, they work on developing and maintaining highly customized software for their client companies. For example, you have the State Bank of India, the SBI, who works with both TCS and Wipro for their various IT requirements. Both TCS and Wipro are examples of service-based companies. Other top service-based companies include Cognizant, Infosys, Capgemini, Accenture, Tech Mahindra, HCL, Mindtree, and so on. Many of these companies hire thousands of employees every year, and hence they've got the tag of mass recruiters. Now, product-based companies are companies which have their own software product. This product would serve a specific need for multiple users in a given customer segment. Based on their revenues, product companies are largely classified into three categories. Firstly, there are the big tech companies: Facebook, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Netflix are some popular examples. They make billions of dollars in revenue every year and have hundreds of millions and in some cases billions of users. In the tech industry, these companies are also known as FANG companies, and they are among the most prestigious companies to work for in the world. You then have funded product companies. Some examples are Flipkart, Ola, Udaan, Zomato, Dream11, Cred. These companies have received multiple rounds of funding, and some of them, like Flipkart, are soon to be listed in the stock market in 2021. The next category is that of tech startups like 1mg, CureFit, Shuttle, Practo, Yellow Messenger, Acko. You may not have heard of some of these names, but there are quite a few tech startups like these which are getting bigger and bigger very fast, but are not huge yet. Broadly, this covers IT services and product-based companies and some of their examples. Let us now look at company earnings per employee for service-based and product-based companies. And the reason why we're looking at this specific number is because this number directly affects the workplace culture, salary package, and other important factors. Let's look at these numbers for TCS, the largest service-based company in India, Zomato, a funded product company, and Facebook, a big tech company. TCS had close to 4.5 lakh employees in 2020. They have such a large workforce because they need to create enough capacity to handle more and more projects with more and more clients. Most of the top IT services companies even have employees on the bench on standby for newer project opportunities that may arise. So in general, the employee count is on the higher side. Zomato, a food-based startup, has 4,000 employees, while Facebook has 58,604 employees. The number of employees in product companies, as you can see, is generally on the lower side because the companies work on a fewer number of products, sometimes even one. As a product company, you generally need a lesser number of developers for your team, but at the same time, they're required to be quite highly skilled. Now, let's look at the revenues. TCS earned $21 billion in revenue in 2020. At the same time, Zomato reported $394 million in revenue. And then there's Facebook, who earned a whopping $86 billion. Well, if you don't know what $86 billion is, that's 6.2 lakh crore rupees in 1 year that Facebook has earned. Moving on to the main part, which is earnings per employee. That's basically the amount of money on average that was generated by every employee in the company. We get this by dividing the revenues generated by the number of employees. For TCS, it is $46,833 or rupees 34 lakhs per employee. For Zomato, it is $98,500 or rupees 72 lakhs per employee. And for Facebook, it is 1,467,476 US dollars or 10.7 crores per employee per year. It's really crazy how big internet businesses can scale. Here, the earnings per employee basically shows why product companies generally pay their developers much better salaries for both fresher and experienced roles. Next, we look at technologies and programming languages that are typically used at these companies. In service-based companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro and so on, in most cases you will find Java, .NET and PHP being the core programming languages. And this is what you get to learn during their training programs as well. .NET and PHP are generally considered to be past their primes and not technologies that will last for the future. They are only required for legacy projects. Also, Java is slowly being replaced by Kotlin. Product-based companies, on the other hand, prefer working with cutting-edge technologies. Let's look at big tech companies. These companies have quite a wide variety of tools and many are domain-specific. But in general, some of the popular technologies used by big tech are Kotlin, Scala, Go, Rust, and so on. It is challenging to find developers who are very proficient with these technologies, and generally entry-level developers find it tough to directly pick these tech skills. Next, when you look at tech startups in India, most of them prefer JavaScript-based full-stack technologies. Why? Well, it is much faster and better to build and deploy full-stack applications using JavaScript-based full stacks. These full stacks usually have MongoDB as the NoSQL database, Node.js as the runtime environment for the backend, and Express.js as the backend framework. Now, when it comes to the front-end framework, the most preferred choice is React, which was created by Facebook. Together, these four technologies form the very popular MERN stack. Another popular front-end technology is Angular, which was created by Google. Additionally, there are early-stage startups that use Python and Django as well. Funded product companies typically use both sets of technologies that big tech and tech startups use. If you look at the work environment, you will have a much more relaxed, employee-friendly environment when it comes to product-based companies. This is to attract high-quality developers and to retain them. The work timings are usually flexible and in many cases, work from options can be easily taken. On the other hand, in case of a typical service company, you have a much more regulated environment. You have set work timings, you have to wear formals to office, and largely all work is based on deadlines. In product companies, the teams are much smaller and naturally you will find more full-stack developers. Here, work is ownership driven. You generally have the freedom to decide how you want to work on a project and when you want to complete it. But you are responsible for bringing better results. In service companies, you will find much larger teams, and if you are an entry-level developer, expect work to be assigned to you along with deadlines. In product companies, most of your learning happens when you need to know something for a project that you're working on. You will have senior mentors in your team who will help you when you're stuck by giving you the right direction. And you will always be working on development projects, which are great learning experiences. In service companies, you typically have a very detailed training program when you join the company. After the training, you will be deployed to projects which are in most cases support-based projects. There is no concept of a mentor in service companies. Next, time for the most awaited comparison, that is salaries. With IT service companies, as a fresher, your starting salary would typically be in the range of 3.36 to 3.6 lakhs per annum, which is considered to be on the lower end. After 5 years, you can expect to earn in the range of 5.5 to 6.37 lakhs per annum. As you can see, the growth rate year on year in this case is pretty low as well. When you look at funded product companies on the other hand, the salary growth path is quite amazing. Freshers typically start at 8 to 10 lakhs per annum, and in 5 years' time, the range goes up to a whopping rupees 28 to 32 lakhs per annum. The point to note here is that you need to keep building your developer skills throughout your career to achieve such amazing salary growths. In case of big tech companies, that growth is 1.2 to 1.5 times of funded product companies. It's quite clear from this that salaries at product companies are much better than that of service companies. Now, there's one more important factor to consider. At service companies, some developers get on-site opportunities. This would be in the USA or Europe in most cases. During this time, you get paid quite well, and sometimes even more than what you might get in a product company in India for the same years of experience. But yes, not everyone is lucky to get these opportunities. So to wrap it up, which company should you choose? Well, our recommendation is that in general, if you can pick up tech skills, then product-based companies offer you better work opportunities and better salary packages. So that would clearly be our recommendation. Then again, if you're not able to land a product company job, then it is okay to start in a service company. But do understand, even if you do, you should look to switch to a product company. At the end of the day, you can generally have a much better growth path if you work at a product company. By the way, if you want to pick up must-have tech skills that can help you get a dream developer job in top product companies, then one of the best ways to do it in the shortest possible time is through a 6-month ProGradMearn full stack online bootcamp. Hundreds of our students from a wide variety of backgrounds have achieved great success with this bootcamp. They have begun their careers as developers. It is a weekend program, so even if you are a working professional or a student, you can still pick up world-class full-stack developer skills without quitting your job or bunking your classes, right from where you are. To know more and to apply, check out the information given in the description below. Alright then, I hope this video has helped you decide which career path to choose. If you have found this video to be useful, do hit the like button and consider subscribing for more videos like this one. See you next time.